right, Peter Ducey, Fox News. I got 2 questions for you. It's a 2-part question, okay? This is for all 3 of you. The first question is, I want to know, are you the letter of the law as a BCO, or are you...
Terry, should we be concerned that you had a relationship with a married woman who's also a known felon? And
that way I can reel the arrow in and not have to walk to get it, and I'll never lose it. And if I do, it'll be easily to repair.
All right. So basically what we've got going on here tonight is a Q&A for the emergency election that was called for the Blaine County sheriff.
How do you guys determine which priorities are most important in an emergency situation?
The citizens have requested that there be an emergency election held, so we're here tonight to listen to the answers of all of the potential candidates for Blaine County Sheriff.
So just to introduce all of our candidates, we've got
Ace Watson, who is actually one of my guys from LSPD.
My plan is to make sure that there is plenty of communication between the departments, that every officer from top to bottom is held on a higher professional standing.
Thomas Hardy, who is the current interim sheriff, is running for re-election.
Hardy, same question for you. How will the Blaine County Sheriff's Office be different under your leadership than previous leadership?
So during the past month since Hank left, I've done my best to try and fix everything he screwed up, flat out.
And then we have Terry Hammerstead, who is former LSPD and BCSO.
So first and foremost, my plan is to initiate a total restructure. So I'm going to be bumping everybody down and evaluating and making them work their way up.
I saw somebody get shot yesterday. That was kind of traumatizing. I think the guys that did it, they'll hopefully be brought to justice, get them off the streets.
I don't think a complete rebuild or restructure is needed, but I do think changes need made.
I personally don't feel that a full rebuild is what BCSO needs.
I stand firm in my belief that a complete rebuild is needed to save this agency, not only the agency itself, but its relationship with the community.
I'm from New York. Been on my own since I was 15. Just kind of a loner, trying to make money. I do work at the VU.
I have also enacted new policies and new training procedures, as well as held the deputies to a more professional standard.
Hoping to get a good turnout tonight.
I feel that there's officers that with proper training could become even better officers.
It's going to be an awesome show. Got lots of girls, lots of people just hanging out, having a good time. We have great drinks, great staff. Like you'll want to not miss it. Definitely.
I'm excited to see the community come together.
I've also tripled the roster nearly for the amount of deputies we have.
A respect for the chain of command, and officers will be doing their jobs the right way.
The officers need to be held accountable for their actions, though, as well as be required to put forth the time and the effort that this department needs for it to become successful.
We have private dances. Those are always great. I highly recommend them.
Hardy, is cereal soup?
oh, here we go.
You can answer the question, Hardy.
It's no different than, chicken noodle soup. It still has objects in it, floating in a liquid.
You have to get a drink. You can't leave without a drink.
I'd love to pick one over the other, but I don't think it works like that.
You gotta pick one over the other, sir. Do you pick love or do you pick work?
Love.
Yeah, just come and have a great time. Let loose.
And I'll caveat onto that. Work is work, pleasure is pleasure. You want to separate that. You never want to bring work home, and you never want to bring pleasure to work. You want to keep that separate.
I think it went pretty good. Everything being said, each candidate had their good points and had their bad points. So, but all in all, I think it was a successful Q&A.
I think we learned a lot about the candidates tonight to definitely help the vote.
I think with a little bit more communication, I think any of the candidates could and would make a good training division throughout the sheriffs.
Ultimately, I wish all the candidates the best of luck. Hope the citizens all come out and vote.
Well, the best possible outcome is just going to be the candidate that's going to work most efficiently with myself down in the city, as well as the existing deputies that are already in place.
When an elected official comes in and takes over a department, you really want to see them take ownership of the job.
Somebody that's going to have the deputies at their best interests. It really is a broad category that you have to work on covering.
I don't know. You know, I've still, my motto's kind of been, if I'm available and can still help out on the streets, I'm going to do that. Oh, here we go. 401's going to be attempting a traffic stop. Going to be a white motorcycle. Female.
All units, code 4, suspect in custody. Do we have to back up a con? 24. Do you have a supervisor responded? 1TL14 standby. 24 Edward 160. 1TL14 needs a supervisor at 7th and Broadway at the location of the